Hi, my amazing planner friends. It's Jess from My Magical Planner, and today we're going to be doing something completely different. So, I'm starting a weight loss journey, and I wanted to take you guys along for the journey since I haven't really seen a whole lot on YouTube searching of people documenting this type of journey. So, I thought it could be helpful. It'll also help me stay a little bit more accountable, and we'll just kind of go and see how it works. So let me tell you about the program I'm going to be starting. It's it's terrifying, to be honest. I have a lot of reservations going into this, but it is a medical weight loss. So I'm going to be doing it with the guided experience of doctors and support staff and everything. This is not your run of the mill, like, I'm just going to go on a diet. We're going to say that first off. Um, why am I going to be doing it? We'll get into that in a few minutes. But essentially, what's going to happen is for the first 12 weeks, provided I can handle it, we have a modified version that I might be going on if my body can't handle it. But I'm going to be going down to 800 calories a week. Yes, I said that right. 800 calories. It is a very low calorie count. In doing that, I'm going to be putting my body into ketosis. A lot of people have feelings on that. Please let me explain why we're doing it that specific way in a minute. And just be open-minded a little bit. It's scary, and I'll admit it's scary. Is it the right route? I have no idea, but this is the route the doctors have been telling me for 2 years. So I am deciding to trust them, and we'll see how that goes. So with the 800 calorie count, I am not making any of my food really. I have it's an optifast diet, which is essentially the diet that most people go on before they have bariatric surgery. So I'll be having meal replacements that have all of my nutrients and everything in them. It's just going to be a very low calorie count. There are some really scary side effects that could happen, like my hair falling out. That would be really scary. But there are also some other side effects, which is why I need to do it in combination, not with a representative, but with a healthcare professional, if that makes sense. So I have everything here. We're going to look at the stuff, but let me take you through. I'm feeling very scattered and very nervous. Sorry, guys. Let me take you through why I'm going on this journey. So roughly 2.5 years ago, I went in for a hysterectomy. I have a strong family history of uterine cancer and endometriosis cancer and ovarian cancer, and I was starting to show some signs that might indicate I was going down that route, and things had gotten so bad that at least 2 days a week I was in so much pain I couldn't leave my house. It was hard to walk. So after a lot of debating, I think I went for about 2 years. That seems to be my typical I'm processing time period. But after about 2 years of discussion and trying different things, we ultimately made the decision just to remove my uterus, and it was supposed to be fine. But it wasn't. I woke up from surgery and I had a sore throat. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. But, they incubated me for the surgery. It took longer than they anticipated because I can be a complicated patient. So maybe it's just that. It went from that to my entire throat and mouth turned white. I couldn't eat food. Everything just went straight through. I was so sick I couldn't get off my couch for about 6 months. Every doctor that I talked to went, I've never seen anything like this. I don't know what's wrong. It wasn't until I finally said, could this be, GERD or severe acid reflux? Like, is this an acid issue? And got an appointment with a gastro doctor. We went through a couple of other things there. I've actually been through 2 gastro doctors at this point, without any real diagnosis other than GERD and bile reflux. So essentially, when something happened when I had my hysterectomy that caused my body to either produce more bile, it's not really clear, but I have a lot of bile, and it's unclear also if something to do with the surgery maybe shifted some gallstones so that my gallbladder was no longer functioning, and so we did have to remove that as well. I do have permanent pain from that. I can't walk long distance. It burns. It hurts all the time. I'm actually seeing a surgeon next week to talk to them about why that is. I've tried several times to kind of address that issue, but they give me nerve pain meds and pat me on the head and say, you need to lose weight. So again, frustrating, but I am trying to take it with a grain of salt. I realized that at 230 pounds, I am considered morbidly obese, and that I'm not healthy. That's what I get over and over. It is really hard to go to doctor's appointments because they see a number on a scale and I walk in the room and they essentially say, you're fat, you need to go for a walk, you need to eat better. And I realize all these things. We've done restrictive diets where I wasn't allowed to have, so I was on the GERD diet, which, takes out things like peppers and onions and garlic, anything that might upset your stomach, fats. And then they combine that with no gluten and no dairy and low FODMAP. And at that point, it was so restrictive, I didn't know what to eat. And so I kind of gave up for a little while because nothing felt like it was working. And I have made some improvements over the last couple of months. That's in part, like, I spent 2 years trying to get my iron back up, because I had gotten down to a 6% saturation. With that comes a lot of other things, and including energy so low that I had trouble doing things. I still have some of that. Okay, more than some. I have a hard time getting through the day. So with this new program, in theory, we'll see if the doctors are right. I'll be losing this weight, and then hopefully my energy will go up. I'll be getting the nutrients I need, and my digestive tract will get a little bit of a break, and maybe we can figure something out. Do I have a lot of hope in that? Not really, but I'm willing at this point to try just about anything to feel better. This is not cheap. This is a sizable investment. I'm doing it through my gastro doctors. They have something that they call, I think, Wellness Warriors. I can't say it. That word right there. And anyhow, so what's going to happen is the first step is I have to have a liver scan. We already know that I have a fatty liver. It has gotten severely worse in the last 2 years, and we need to gauge how bad it is actually, and do some other I had to do some blood work, and I'll do the scan of my liver, and those have to be done before I can truly start on this, because they need to make sure that they know where my health is. So like I said, you can't just go on this diet willy-nilly. So I had to get the doctor's okay for that, which wasn't an issue because they've been pushing the pamphlet at me for 2 years. And then the next step was I had to meet with a representative to do the onboarding stuff, which is everything that I have in this folder. And I have 2 paper bags full of things to get me started over here. So let me take you through a little bit of that. So the first thing is I decided to do, I signed up for a full year. We'll see how that goes. With that, my current meal replacement cost is supposed to be $16 a day, which doesn't sound like much, but it adds up. So I have that cost. Then I have a $69 a month fee that covers things like I have a Wednesday night support group I'm going to be going to. I have Monday night, they do a mindfulness thing where they do a guided meditation. There are online workout classes. I have unlimited access to a dietitian and to the doctors and any of the other stuff that they need to do on that end, be it blood work or things like that. So essentially I get 5 meal replacements a day. I have some flexibility as far as how that's going to work. I can do 4 shakes and they have these soup things. Let's show you. So this is what I got. So when you're on board, you get shakes. There are 3 different flavors. There's like strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla. And they want you to try all 3 flavors so that you get a good gauge of what they are. So I have boxes of these so I can do different things. I have, in this one, I have 2 different types of soup to choose from for my dinners. So I can have tomato flavored or a vegetable soup. I did ask on the tomato is one of the no-no foods for me. And so my first question was, what if I can't eat this? So if that's the case, they'll, I think, give me more of these is the way it goes. And I'm not really sure. I haven't opened these. But they all look like they're little packets and you kind of mix them up. This is 160 calories and I think these are 2. Yes, everything's 160 calories. So I have those and I also get the option of 3 different protein type bars. So there's a peanut butter chocolate one. There's an apple cinnamon, and this one's just chocolate. So I'll get those to kind of sample and decide what works best for me. I'm not allowed any other real food besides that. So in the beginning, I can have some cucumbers, celery, cabbage, and lettuce greens if I need to have something else just to munch on. But other than that, they don't want me to have anything else. To give you an idea on the cost of everything. So the shakes are $3.25, I think, per shake. And then you can get them pre-mixed, but that's a little bit more. The soups are $3.50 a mix. The protein bars are a little bit more expensive at $3.75, and I can only have one of these a day and one of the soups a day. So I found that interesting, but there's something to do with the potassium and everything that they don't want you to have more than that. I think I can have a protein bar and a soup, but I have to double check on that. But mostly I'll be doing the shakes. I have seen, like, I did some research online and I was like, okay, what are other people doing with these? Because there's no sugar in all this, right? I don't know what they use. I don't know if there is well, it says 4 grams of sugar. So I don't know how that all works. It's supposed to be gluten-free and lactose friendly, I think is the wording they use, or lactose free. It's not supposed to cause you any issues. So we'll be cutting out that portion of the diet to see if that really is a factor. And that maybe will help us determine some things. I don't really know. But this is the journey I'm on. I'm going to be doing this. I think I'm going to be doing weekly updates. I'm going to be tracking everything in my little Hobonichi weeks. And yeah, that's kind of where we are. Let me know what kind of questions you guys have about this system so I can answer them. I think I'm going to be doing Sunday check-ins, like I said, and we'll do weight check-in. How am I feeling? I might even do some daily vlogs where I'm trying all the different foods and let you know my initial reaction. I'll be honest, I expect them to taste horrible. But if I feel better, that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. So, and maybe I'll get used to them. I don't know. But that's kind of where things are. And yeah, we'll see how the next 12 weeks goes. If for any reason I can't do the full replacement, the plan would be to do 4 meal replacements and then a dinner with my family. I don't know which of those is going to be easier, but we're going to start with this one and see how that goes. So anyhow, until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you.